Oh, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here. I'm happy I am here. I am happy Billie Eilish is with us here with Skinny. And yes, I was listening a little bit into the song just to get the mood a little bit, the first few lines. It seems to be, according to the first few lines, seems to be a love song. Yes, we will see. Yeah, I will see if that's true. You probably know already what it's about in this song. And yes, before I forget, people told me to remind everybody to subscribe to the channel. Now I did it. I told you because I think it's I feel weird when I do. I really feel weird when I do that. It's kind of like making a commercial about myself or something because we are here for more important things than subscribe to channels. We are here to listen what all these beautiful artists tell us, and I am here to do these reactions on that. And here I also must say that this is really cool to do that. So this is a really good part of my life since I discovered reactions and doing reactions. It's great. I have so much fun with it, and it's so beautiful to have you with me. It's so beautiful to feel you. Even now when I record, I kind of have the feeling you are already sitting there and listening to me and watching me, and that's great. It's cool. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing all these things with me. And now, once more, I said enough. Once more, I say give it up for Billie Eilish and Skinny. Yeah.
Fell in love for the first time with a friend, it's a good sign. Feeling off when I feel fine. 21 took a lifetime. People say I look happy just because I got skinny. But the old me is still me, and maybe the real me, and I think she's pretty.
I could write already a whole book about just these few lines she sang here. And first, where do I start? People say I look happy just because I got skinny. And this is an outside judgment. This is a projection. This has most of the time nothing to do with reality. And she is singing people, so it's not somebody who knows her very well, because when you know somebody very well, then you can rather say, oh wow, today you feel not happy or happy or whatever. And but when people say that, then it's an outside judgment, and this hurts. This is because it could be that inside you're not happy, and you get this statement from the outside, you must be happy, you got skinny, and you think, what is wrong here? What does not match here? And the thing is also, at the same time, Billy shows us actually what her magic is. There is a really important part in that, and this is where it goes to her magic, because she sings. I don't know the words anymore, but she sings something of, but in me it's still the old me, the me which was before skinny, and this is still here, and it's still pretty. She stays true to herself. She stays true to that me in her, and is not letting her be disturbed by what people say from the outside. Whoa, this is power. This is true to yourself. This is a foundation which just stays there. And yes, and before, yes, and then to become 21. This is such a beautiful one. I remember how long it took until I got 18. For me, the big number was 18, because In the days back when I was 18 here in Switzerland, it was allowed then to ride the heavy bikes, the fast ones. And I couldn't wait to ride my bike finally. And 18 was the big moment, and it never came to 18. I spent I don't know how many lives until I finally got 18. This is this is a nice one there too. Um, and with a friend, it goes back to this time, falling in love the first time with somebody she knows. Yeah, can be a good sign. I don't know exactly where she wants to go with that one. It can be a good sign that you fall in love with somebody you know already, so it's not this kind of love or relationship in which you just jump in and then you start to get to know the person you're together with. In this case, she knows this person already pretty well and goes then in a relationship. Yeah, that's cool. That's good. That's cool. Okay, let's go on. Let's see what she has for us even more.
And I still and you know why.
Okay, before it, and I still cry. What else when you are not seen and when people tell you you're happy and obviously she's not? This hurts. And then you cry for yourself and you cry hidden because you don't go out there anymore for to really show yourself because you don't trust anymore what people see in you. This is kind of a withdrawal of life. This is kind of withdrawal from yourself even. Who?
Am I already on the way now? When I step off the stage, I'm a bird in a cage. I'm a dog in a dog pound. And you said I was your secret, and you didn't get to keep it. And the internet is hungry for the meanest kind of funny, and somebody's gotta feed it.
Oh my gosh, that hurts too. So it's these days, it's the days where she's famous already, and these are two worlds. There's this famous part on the stage where she shows this herself to the people in her expression of her art, and then there's this other world she comes out from stage. And I can imagine when you are in front of so many people and they all cheer up to you, they all love you, and you come down from stage. And I think this moment of when this audience is not here anymore, this must be a very intense moment where it throws you back to yourself really deep. And there it there the whole vulnerability comes back and you really feel your vulnerability. And Billie needs to stay, and she always stayed in their vulnerability, because without that she could not act and perform and sing the songs she does now. Part of it is also Phineas, as far as I understand, and part of it is Billie. And one moment, please. Sorry. And she stays to that vulnerability, and that's why she feels like a bird in the cage, because or a dog in the pound, because there the whole reality kind of comes back, where she needs also certain protection, and which she does not really need on stage, because stage is that's a one full clear thing where she can fully rely on her talents, her magic, her heart and her soul also. But it's different worlds. And then comes, and you said that was your secret, and you couldn't keep it, and you put it out in the internet for the meanest of funny. Like he must have thought it's funny, but it hurt her really deep that he did that. This is like something um, really going deep, and it's kind of being served on a table because there is this, because somebody's got to feed it. It's like kind of something which you cannot avoid. It is just there, and you will be fed to wherever people think it's funny, but it's the meanest of funny to do that. Oh, whoa.
Do you still cry? Still cry?
Feel how fragile she sings, and her tone, and even also before it was almost more a whispering than a singing. This vulnerability she can put into her voice, and still there is this strength in it through that.
You for so long.
Okay, I think this goes, oh no, this goes on here. Well, there's a whole change. Is that beauty or what? This ending, which just underlines this fragile vulnerability in sound, in tone, in expression, in everything. Oh my, this is the magic. This is the magic. And it reminds me again, there is a Billie Eilish standing on stage, glowing into the world, enjoying herself, being here for everybody. Then she comes down and from stage away, comes back to herself, into her vulnerability, into her world where she is, yes, thrown back to herself, and can feel like being in a cage. And then there are also people which betray her, like with this leaking things out into the internet, which is not really nice, and that really hurts. And it goes there where I feel strongly. Behind every picture people give us about themselves, there's a human, a human behind it. There's somebody with a heart and a soul and a heartbeat behind it. And this song reminds me very much to never forget whatever I see in the outside, if skinny or not skinny, if overweight or not, or whatever there is, there's a human behind it. There's a soul behind it. Never forget that. Never. Keep it up at any time. Thank you so much for listening.